Today, I'm critiquing the crown jewel of Oil Nut Bay right across of Necker Island, Richard Branson's property, and then I'm going to give it an Arvin score at the end of the video. So if you ever decide to build, buy, or design a property in an island, you won't make the same mistakes. I'm Arvin Haddad. I'm the guy who makes sure you have the highest resale value when you purchase, remodel, or build your own property. Let's watch this video together.
What's up everybody, it's Enes here and welcome to Oil Nut Bay in the British Virgin Islands. Today we're looking at these amazing views.
And it's gorgeous. Look at this. This is Queen Necklace view. You get the turquoise water, you get the sand, you want the necklace, the sand, super important. You get that tropical vegetation, but overall, this looks a little bit more dry than west of Virgin Gorda Island because it's more tropical on that side. This kind of looks more like California with way nicer beaches.
Situated on this amazing hilltop, this home features 5 bedrooms, 6.5 bathrooms, 8,021 square feet of interior space, built on a 12.55 acre lot.
12.5 acres of land, but almost none of it is flat, except this little small area over here. And it's one of the flaws of this property. Pay attention, you have barely no lawn or grass backyard area. It's all hardscape, and when you do see vegetation, it's actually the roof of the structure below you. Pay attention.
We're gonna start our tour on the exterior. Driveway brings you up to the property, situated on this amazing hilltop, 270-degree views, and we have the Oil Nut Bay on this side. I mean, look at this view. Bay looks so inviting, Caribbean Sea, crystal clear water. We can actually see Necker Island from here, which is owned by Richard Branson, and we're gonna talk more about Oil Nut Bay later in the video. Now, I wanna bring everybody's focus back to the property. Beautiful estate.
Did you spot the flaw? I give you 3 seconds. I always pause the frame and ask my subscribers to spot the flaw. If you're not a subscriber, it's free. If you feel like supporting the channel at no cost, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, just take a break. You don't have to participate. 3, 2, 1. Your private driveway is great. You have an approach, right? You're on top of a hill, you're going to have one. But the problem is it cuts your backyard and you enter sideways to the property. When you have this massive 12-acre lot, right, where you place your property on the hill, right, you're gonna have multiple sites where you could build. It is the most important part of the project before you get started. You normally hire a bulldozer driver, you look at it and they're like, oh, that's a flat pad, that's a flat. You start like making roads. There's a lot of flaws as to where they've created the path to give that best approach to each lot on this whole mountain, on this topography of a hill. And perhaps the biggest flaw is the location of this house itself, the crown jewel. And you're going to find out in the video why I disagree by putting the crown jewel of the property over here.
Now coming here, we can actually get a closer look to the exterior facade of this property. Again, beautiful roof line, walls of glass facing the views, great indoor-outdoor continuity, and we have the driveway here going underneath this covered section. Another thing I want to mention, in this development, they don't drive cars. They don't have cars. They have electric golf carts. So if you're a resident here, if you want to go from one side of the development to another, you actually use electric golf carts.
Don't get distracted by that. That's pretty typical of the Caribbean islands. Pay attention to how windy it is over here. They've chose to put the property, the crown jewel of the development, at the tippity top of the hill, like they're positioning a lighthouse. It's double-sided. You get 360 views, and that's really tempting for a lot of people, except you see that it's a big mistake. The number one problem is what? Wind. There's a lot more problems too.
Now, coming to the covered section, we have this cantilevered roof with only single column, which makes this space really open and goes with the architectural lines of this property.
It doesn't go with the architectural line of the property. It actually breaks it. It's a round structure. This contradicts it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It just doesn't go. It's purposely breaking those lines. But the biggest flaw over here is that where's the front door? Like, when you decide to have a glass lighthouse as a house, what's the point of putting a front door? Because any of these doors you could open. And the fact that your house is exposed to the driveway from all these sides is a negative.
We have the front door here. Let's go inside.
He found it.
Now, as soon as we walk in, we go straight into the great room. It's a phenomenal space, multiple seating areas, dining room around the corner, walls of glass facing the breathtaking views of the Caribbean Sea, and we have the first seating area right in front of us.
Okay, first impression. Great volume, great light, easy natural flow, very little waste, horrible finishes, and horrible furnishings.
Dual elevation, courtside coffee table, and around the corner we have the TV perfectly positioned, floating. That way it takes nothing away from these incredible views.
It takes a lot from the views. Architects get super scared to block off views. As soon as they get views, they're like, I can't touch, I have to put a glass. I think it's fundamental to the human brain to at some points be walled in. That's why when we were, Neanderthals, we moved to the caves because we wanted surfaces around us to feel safe, okay? And when you overexpose it, it's just something inside you. When you're there alone, it doesn't feel right. You will feel it, I promise you. So it even helps with that degree, but also even makes the good parts of the view better. You can decide which angle, which exact experiment you want to give it to the residents. And that's, precious, and that requires skill and art and storytelling. And in this case, they just didn't want to do that. They wanted to have a complete exposure, and then they ran out of places to put the TV, and you get that ugly TV over there.
House looks phenomenal. You have beautiful curvature all around with the roof line. And speaking of the roof line, we have 18-foot high ceilings here. These long beams start on the interior and go all the way to the outside. So that way you have a beautiful continuity with your roof lines. And once you open up these 10 feet high, 24 feet wide motorized sliding glass doors, you have incredible indoor-outdoor continuity straight to your infinity edge pool.
And hardscape, no lawn, no backyard, 12.5 acres. And by the way, you can't see the sand. You can't see the neck of the queen. You just see the queen's head, okay, or necklace, whatever. You know what I mean, okay? That's critical. I think the sand part of the view is extremely important. It puts the water in perspective. You see the waves breaking on it. You see the trees. So the angle, because the property is set back, because there's a driveway going in front of it, because that rainbow structure guest house is in front of it, you don't get that clear angle. And you jeopardize the best angle to get the what? The rough sea, which is not that beautiful, very common, not that expensive of a view. To get both of them, you jeopardize your best view. Horrible, bad decision. I will tell you where to put this house on the lot where you would get the most value out of it at the end of the video.
Now, like I mentioned, we have sliding glass doors opening up to the backyard, which we're gonna check out in a bit. And now I wanna bring everybody here to the dining room. Solid wood table with a live edge finish that looks great.
Okay, they all look horrible. I'm not gonna comment because you know my taste. If you're a subscriber, none of this furniture is good. None of the finishes are good. I'm just not gonna bash everything, okay? I don't agree with any of it. I'm gonna throw a blanket negative. It's gonna get a really bad finishes score at the end of the video.
We have the hallway continuing the rest of the house, staircase going down to the lower level, but I want to bring everybody to this side where we have the secondary seating area. Very minimalist furniture, all focusing towards these incredible views.
Is it incredible? See, this is a fundamental issue of this critique, okay? Was it worth it to put up with the wind to get that view? That view is nothing special. The water looks like any other water color you would. Like, I live in California and I like to go to exotic places. I like to go to the Caribbean. I like to go to the Mediterranean. I like to go to Hawaii. I like to go, very tropical waters. And I already get that. I'm not going there for that. So you had to deal with the wind, long road to get there. And then you have 3-4 seating arrangements next to each other. You're trying to do too much in the same space. If I was designing it, I would have certainly, since this is like that one hub of a place and I have no problem with it, I would have definitely associated a section for adult entertainment, maybe a piano, close it off, maybe a bookcase, give a little protection, maybe put a little bar in there, a wet bar, so people can congregate, maybe a fireplace when it gets stormy, something like that. But like just opening it up doesn't take in much art or sophistication to do that.
Now, let's talk about the breakfast nook. Great addition to the kitchen that's next door. Built-in seating, chandelier above, and check this out. I found this detail very cool. They have tires underneath this table. That way you can go in and out.
Dude, you just scratched the floor. There's no tire. Look. What are you talking about? Okay, I love the breakfast nook, okay? Horrible furniture, but the idea is amazing, right? It's right next to the kitchen. In fact, the kitchen is very central to the whole space. Overall, I think the space is really good. It just, you know, they didn't allocate a nook where it could be a little bit more private.
You even have a small patio on this side. And now we're in the kitchen.
Wait a minute, was that a TV? What was that for? Was that for your dogs?
Island in the center with these curved corners, which again goes with the modern and round lines of this property. And coming here, you have rest of your base cabinets and uppers, beautiful backsplash.
It looks like an ugly wedding dress. It's horrible. Just the choice of material. I guess the quartz counter could have been good if you've matched it with some other more beautiful, earthier tones. Not this, you know, what is this even inspired by? I hate this material wherever I see it.
And around the corner, we have the staircase going down to the lower level where we have 4 guest suites that we're gonna tour later in the video. Now, let's go check out this room, which is the screening room. L-shaped couch facing your 82-inch TV.
Who came up with the alligator idea? This is... It's pretty narrow for a screening room, but I'm glad you have it because it would be impossible to watch TV over there. And when it gets dark, there's really not much light out there, you know, so you need a space to come watch TV and congregate. But it's a really very small family living room.
All right, coming back to this hallway, we have this door opening up to a powder room for this level. Fabricated vanity design, and it is clad with this granite and leaded finish that goes all the way to the back wall. Chrome fixture, hidden drain, toilet setup, great powder room. And now we have this door opening up to the primary bedroom suite. We have the king size bed right in the center with this awesome walnut live edge headboard, which is a really nice statement piece. 2 light fixtures on each side, and it's facing the TV that is nicely recessed into the wall. We have some cabinetry here, cove ceiling light detail above with the ceiling fan, and of course you have these picture windows facing the incredible views.
No, it's not incredible. So your primary suite and your 4 other bedrooms on the lower floor are all facing the crappy view. So why did you get up here? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, was it worth it?
And coming this way, we open up to the bathroom. We have the first water closet here with a small vanity. And coming in, we have this door opening up to the garage of this property where you can store your electric golf carts.
What? Your primary bathroom has a garage? Is this how your guests will get in if it's like there's like a hurricane coming? Hey guys, we gotta go through the bathroom. Come on in. Welcome to the island. What the hell is this?
And coming in, we have the bathroom, double vanity setup, nicely separated with this section right in the center that is slightly raised. Beautiful natural stone countertops, LED lit back mirrors. Again, everything looks super polished, super clean, Italian cabinetry, and we have more built-in cabinetry on this side.
Why does this look like a kitchen? This is strange. The finishes, it's just really bad. It really, to me, it comes across as they're trying to get a $39.5 million for this property, and they just didn't spend any money on an interior designer. Like, did you hire your girlfriend? Like, what is this? It's really bad.
Now we have this hallway connecting to a few rooms. I'm gonna start with this one. It's your laundry room, 2 washers, 2 dryers. It's a pretty fancy laundry room dedicated to primary bedroom suite.
What do you mean? You have 2 washer dryers each for the primary suite, and the access is through the bathroom.
And following the hallway, we have a small area for gym equipment, and this is generally where they lay the massage table if you want to get a massage. You call the concierge here, they provide a masseuse for you, and another awesome space. We have this door opening up to another utility closet where you have a washer dryer and a big wine fridge, and this door opens up to your garage.
What? What just happened? Your primary bathroom has a humongous laundry room and a massage room, and then the massage room has a separate laundry room, and the laundry room has an access to the garage. What is going on? Please Explain to me what's happening. I've critiqued thousands of mansions and I've never seen a crazy shit show like this. Is this supposed to be like the maid's quarters, a caregiver? Like, but then why is it right next to like the primary suite? That's too close. Is this like for like elderly, like to be very close in case like you need help? I don't, please, I'm lost and I never get lost. This is a first.
Now that's it for this wing. Why don't we go outside so we can check out the backyard? All right, everyone, let's go check out the backyard. Motorized sliding glass doors open up, perfect indoor-outdoor continuity, and you have these breathtaking views.
Let's not call it a backyard. It's a terrace, okay? And you still not getting that sand view. It's pissing me off. It's, you know, it really could have been something really, really special. I really believe that. Like, it's a beautiful island. It's really nice. I like it a little bit more green. To me, like, if I was buying, I would buy on the other side of the island. It's way more tropical, more lush, but also a little bit more crowded. But again, it's still very beautiful, and they just didn't execute. Like, they didn't think this out. The line of sight. Can you see the sand from this angle? Why is the driveway blocking your view and closing off your angle? Why did you put the guest house in front of the main house to set you back? Maybe you should have put the main house in the front to make sure, you know, you get the best view for the main house. All these decisions are just crazy.
On this side, underneath the covered roof, we have the outdoor dining area, table that says 12, and you have the water feature on our left. They have some of these rocks embedded into the architecture of this property. Again, all sourced on site. And we have a full bathroom here dedicated for the pool area. We have sliding glass doors here, closing off this section, and that's your secondary driveway that goes straight into the garage. Let's go check out this door, which opens up to your chef's kitchen. You have a 48-inch thermodor gas stove, commercial vent above, commercial fridge and freezers. Now, let's continue our tour back to the backyard. To give everybody a little bit of context, this is the Lionheart Estate as a whole, and the main house is called Halo, and the guest house is called Rainbow.
And that's the problem. Do you remember with that living room, they tried to do everything? The dining room, kitchen, 2 living rooms, all in one space. They've done the same thing over here. They're trying to do everything from this hilltop and get everything, and you end up getting like nothing really good. You got a main house with 5 bedrooms, all of them facing the Atlantic side, not the view side. Like, people are coming over here for the view, okay? That's what makes you feel like you are on vacation. And then you get a 1-bedroom guest house over here. All of this should have been one structure, and all of it facing this way. But they decided to give the, driveway in the middle, split the 2 units. The driveway should have wrapped around, approached over here. This house should have moved forward. It could have been a 2-story, an upside-down home. You enter from the top, you have your infinity edge at the same level, but then you have the bedrooms all on downstairs, maybe a primary upstairs, all facing this beautiful view. And guess what? You would be a little bit lower, so the wind is not hitting you directly from that side, so you've also mitigated the whole wind challenge. At best, your motor court could have faced the Atlantic side. You didn't need all the other ones, but again, they tried to do everything.
That's it for the backyard and the main level. Now let's take the stairs and check out the lower level. Four guest suites are located here, and I'm gonna start our tour with the first one.
Not so fast. So no landing area. You just come straight stairs down to a hallway, and then you get 4 pretty much identical bedrooms facing the wrong way.
King-size bed, facing the ocean view, sliding glass doors opening up to a private patio space, and each one of these guest suites have their own outdoor spaces too. Built-in closets off of the entry, and going through this opening, we have the full bathroom. Water closet on the left. I really like this unique pattern that they have on the wall, and this particular tile is used throughout the bathrooms on this level, but in different colors.
Great, because tile really screams ultra luxury, $39.5 million. Again, horrible choice of material. It just, I don't even know where to start to critique it. It's just bad. It's just really bad everywhere.
Now, one more thing left. sliding glass doors opening up to the patio. They have granite stone on the floors here. Each one of these patios, again, super private. That was the first bedroom. We're actually gonna go to the second patio or right next door because we have these sliding glass doors opening up to the second bedroom suite. King size bed, built-in closets here.
Stairs right out of your door. You can slit down all the way to the ocean over here. All right, I guess the positive here is that you get 4 bedrooms with bathrooms, all with ocean view. Not the ocean view you signed up for, but you get ocean views.
We have the bathroom on our right-hand side, pretty much the same finishes. Now, let's continue our tour. Again, at the landing of the staircase, and we have this door opening up to the 3rd bedroom suite. Another king-size bed, facing the views, sliding glass doors. We have the full bathroom, same finishes. Let's go back to the hallway again so we can tour the last guest suite on this level. And it starts right here. This one comes with 2 queen beds, full bathroom around the corner. Again, all unified finishes. Sliding glass doors open up. This is actually the biggest one, and that's how they fit 2 queen beds here. And of course, you have the private patio leading towards these amazing views.
Okay, there are 3 other things that we're missing downstairs. Let me go through them really quickly. Number 1, bunk beds. They're not just for, winter destinations. You could have it at a summer tropical destination too. You're allowed to make your kids happy. They love it. They'll be super happy. Number 2, downstairs living room. Look, you don't have it over here, and you only have 1 living room upstairs and a small TV room. And if there are 3-4 families with kids staying over here, it's going to be a zoo upstairs. You might want to have that separation where the kids could be downstairs contained and adults upstairs, and you just don't have that. Number 3, a laundry room downstairs where the majority of the bedrooms are. You have 2 by your primary bedroom. You can't make this stuff up. Now, if you're planning to build your dream home and you about to submit your plans and commit to spending $3 million, $5 million, $10 million on your build, and you want someone to go through your plans, flaw-proof your critique it, and tell you what's wrong and what's right before you actually make that commitment, I would love to be that resource to you. Here's the QR code. Fill out the application, and we will talk.
All right, Mikey, hop in. Let's go check out the guest house.
Let's do it.
All right, so we told you guys earlier, they have electric golf carts that you use throughout. It's awesome. These things are so much fun to drive. And as you're driving around, your views are amazing. I mean, look at this.
You get the best views from the driveways. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
So this one is called Rainbow. It is 1,806 square feet. Incredible 1 bedroom, amazing views. Let's go check it out. And we have the front door here. This place is incredible.
Wait, weren't the couches all custom made? Why is this separation over here? What happened? What is this? Come on.
You have the living room area on the right-hand side, massive L-shaped couch, your coffee table, 3 extra chairs. You have your TV here, electric fireplace, and of course, walls of glass just bringing natural light. Now we have the dining area and kitchen here, but first I want to take everybody outside. The focal point of this guest home, you have motorized sliding glass doors. Push of a button, you open up, and your roof line extends to the outdoors, and that's how you have this space all covered. Perfect indoor-outdoor continuity, and you have your infinity edge pool.
Again, I wouldn't call this a backyard. It's a terrace with an infinity edge pool, but the views are getting better. You notice you see a little bit sand. It puts the water in perspective. It's just better. It's more tropical. You're not on a boat, right? You're inland. That's the feeling you want to get. Now, I still don't think it's perfect. If you could get that Queen Necklace view and also have the mountain blocking the wind behind you, and have access to the beach at the same time, and get that Necker Island in there, and probably a little bit even more to the west where you will get a sunset view, which is perhaps the most valuable, view in the evenings where people are awake, because people tend to sleep longer during the vacations, they wake up later. So to watch the sunset as a family together on the beach or from your villa, that would be the sweet spot.
Let's go back inside, continue our tour. You have an informal dining area, chandelier above. Comes with its own kitchen. You have the bar seating, sink, dishwasher. So this is a spacious 1,806 square feet, 1 bedroom. It has a powder room right here for the common areas. Beautiful backlit stone here. Your glass sink with seashells underneath, super cool. And we have this door opening up to the bedroom. This is where I sleep. And this place is amazing. King size bed, sliding glass doors opening up to the same backyard. These are absolutely phenomenal. Mikey, let's take everybody this way. You have a very spacious walk-in closet here. Hangers, drawers, shoe racks, everything you want. And Mikey, let's take everybody this way for a second. You have, of course, extra cabinetry here, stacked washer and dryer. You have a really nice massage room that looks into your outdoor shower, and it has this really nice zen vibe here.
Okay, I really like this. This is a proper outdoor shower. You have a lot of privacy. No one really looks into it. You can even see the view from the bathroom. Fantastic.
How awesome is this place?
It's incredible. I gotta say, you keep it a little bit warm in here, Enes.
Yes, I don't like air conditioning too much, and weather here is so great. You don't really need to have the AC on. You just open up the glass doors and you just enjoy it and allow nature to come in.
To each his own, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. All right, so bathroom, water closet. You have a long vanity setup here, marble countertops, stacked stone back wall, 2 sinks. Looks beautiful.
It's not. It's really low end. I mean, is it even entry level luxury? I feel like this is what you would just buy if you're designing any new construction at this point. It's like entry level material, and the spacing is really tight. I mean, if you go a little bit back, you're in the bathtub.
You look towards these amazing views, and have I used this tub yet? The answer is no, because I have the infinity edge pool right around the corner. It's so easy. You just, jump in and refresh yourself and come back in.
Enes, you can't take the soap in there. you can't wash yourself in the pool. Oh boy. Okay, let's give it an Arvin score. Location. I'm going to give it a 7. Look, the best islands over there, you either want to be on this island. I prefer the other end of the island, completely on the other side. It's a little bit more touristic, but I would say it's more beautiful. It's more lush and more green. Lot quality. Look, I'm going to give it a 9. They had 12.5 acres, most of it hillside, maybe half an acre at the top that was flat, but then they decided to put their driveway in between, split it. Horrible choice. It should have been one house. It would have been way, way better. But let me show you guys where I think is the best lot in this whole little bay. If you pay attention, if you go closer to the beach, just enough height to be perched up to get that queen necklace view, but also west enough or south enough where you will get maybe the sunset view at certain times in the year. It will land on the water and you get the Necker Island and you have access to the beach. You get it all. You don't need to be at the top of the hill. That comes with other, drawbacks, just access, distance to the beach, and obviously the wind. Lot utilization. You have that approach, long private driveway. You don't have any neighbors. It's a 10. Privacy. Super, super private. I don't think anybody can really look into your property, and they've tried to hide the house to begin with, so it gets another 10. Lot orientation. Look, you're going to get light exposures from everywhere. Like, this should have been a 10. But when you consider that just being at the top of the hill, you're going to have heavy winds from Atlantic coming in. Even during the calm time, forget about the hurricane season, that's a big downfall to place your, crown jewel up there. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7. Architectural style, I'm going to give it a 7.5, and I'll tell you guys why. I think they achieved what they wanted. It's hidden, invisible, blends in with the nature, but it doesn't have much character. I've seen this style, like, hillside property, it just blends in completely with its surrounding. With more character, it looks better. If you can really deliver that, private enclave into the hill like a cave, and also have a character attached to it, it could draw more people over here. I don't think anyone's going to look at this architecture and be like, you know what, I have to stay at that house. As to there are properties out there in Indonesia, maybe I will critique one of them one day, that you will look at it and be like, this is an interesting home. Like, I forget about the surroundings, it's beautiful and everything, but I would be interested to stay in this property. And this property just doesn't have that draw. Views. They've really messed this up. You have the Queen Necklace view, tropical, palm trees, white sand, gorgeous turquoise water, west facing, sunset in the middle. Like, you can't make this much better. Like, the only way you could do is like put an Eiffel Tower behind it. It's as good as it gets. But they managed to somehow not have a single bedroom facing the correct way. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a 7. The layout. This is a weird one for me to score because the great room, you had the wow factor, the connectivity, the flow was really good. That was like the heart of the house. You certainly had it. Then you had 4 bedrooms downstairs without a living area over there. You had a really bad TV room. And then your primary suite was just weird. The whole laundry of the property was right there. and then that room had a massage room, and then the massage room had another laundry. It was a shit show. It really was. I'm going to give it a 6. Scale and volume. Look, it was great in scale. It was proportional. It wasn't ultra luxury grand, but still going to get a solid 8. Finishes. This was a disaster. If you're planning to design that hidden, invisible house that blends with the nature, you have to freaking bring in the material, the textures, the stones to the interior. Okay? You can't just build a regular home that looks regular than any other home, you know, in the valley in Los Angeles. You didn't continue what you promised to do on the architecture. And it's been done so many times, which makes me think the person who did the interior design, chose the finishes, had never done this before, because it just didn't belong over here. And they used very entry-level material. And for that reason, it gets a 3.5. Now, here's the Arvin score. And if you want to see a property I actually like, you should watch this video. And if you want to join the inner circle, here's the QR code. I would love to be that resource to you to save you money, make faster decisions, more confident decisions, and much higher resale value when you're done with the property, where you won't just like it, everyone else would like it too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the comments.